May I tell you a story?
This is Reuben. He lives with his parents, who are daily labourers, his brother, sister and granny. Both parents and one brother have TB, but Reuben is smiling.
Because 18 years ago, 2 UK doctors, Kat and Mary, went to India.
They went to Odisha in eastern India, one of the poorest states in the country. They wanted to provide free medical care for those who would otherwise find it almost impossible to reach a clinic.
But they soon discovered that medical care alone was not enough.
If you help a 2-year-old survive malaria, you don't want to see that child becoming a labourer at 6. They need an opportunity to receive education. And giving education to a child is great, but if they're hungry, you also need to feed them so they can thrive. And you also need to offer them care. Kat and Mary tell me that the rate of domestic violence in some of the areas in which they work is 100%. It's a place of desperate poverty and ingrained cycles of violence, and children like Janita here and Reuben deserve better.
And so these young children need a place to go where they can be loved and nurtured, where they know that each day they're going into a safe haven, that the adults around them are not going to harm them.
So Kat and Mary set up EPIC centres, early paediatric intervention centres for 0 to 5-year-olds, which offer an integrated approach that allows them to love each one of these children. As you look at these pictures, you say, yep, that looks like a standard nursery. But for these children, it means a place they can go every day which is clean, where they are fed, and where they can play with toys. For some of them, the first toys they've ever played with. It means also they'll receive free medical care whenever they need it. And if they don't turn up, their carers go and find them, preventing them from ever being trafficked into child labour or prostitution.
And the centres also provide employment. They equip and train and empower local people. But there's a problem. The charity, which is called Love the One, based on the principle that you need to love the one child in front of you to effect change.
This charity, which provided 4 million meals during COVID, now faces a desperate gap.
The cost of living has dramatically changed things for them in 2 ways. In the UK and the West more generally, the cost of living means that one-off donations to charities have gone down, so the charity's income has dropped dramatically. At the same time, the cost of living in India has increased dramatically, so the gap between the two is ever greater.
It's now reached a point of existential crisis for the charity. In this season of giving, I wonder if you would join me in trying to save this charity so it can keep on helping families like Reuben's.
Time is of the essence. There's a link in my bio where you can donate to this charity. Thank you for every single penny.